What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Nasty Podcast. If you've been following my journey these last couple weeks, I got some really good news. Your boy is finally out of Facebook jail. So I'll be posting all the truth and all the real shit on my Facebook and continue going on Twitter and Instagram and all that too. So really happy about that. Even though they tried to get me back in there. But we'll talk about that another time. Today's episode is going to be about the hidden evil in religion and why religion is evil. Because it shocks me to have to say this, you know what I mean? But I'm also just saddened and disappointed that in 2020, we still have brothers and, members of our black family still subscribing to these religions. So hopefully that stops today. And I'm going to tell you all the reasons why religion is evil if you didn't know, and what they've done to us specifically. Maybe some other belief systems you can give a try once you get rid of this one. We're not going to be talking about all religion in this episode, because while every religion may have a piece of it and may have had a part in it, we're going to focus on the Abrahamic religions today, because those are more responsible for history's crimes. And you might already know what I'm alluding to, but that's what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not attacking anyone's free will. I'm not trying to come at anyone for believing in stuff. Like, we all have a choice. We're all ignorant to some things and not ignorant to others. So this is just like a wake-up call, because we all need it right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not attacking anyone for that. We all came up in this shit. You know what I'm saying? I do follow a spiritual order. I do believe in a higher power. You know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely in tune with the universe and the metaphysical world. Like, all that stuff is big with me. So it's not that I'm anti-believing. You know what I'm saying? But these specific religions, the Abrahamic ones, are evil and were built against us. So why the fuck would we be following that shit now? So let's get right in. What are the Abrahamic religions? Now, those are the three biggest religions in the world. They make up, I think, over 50% of the entire world between the three of them. And that's Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. You know what I'm saying? These are the Abrahamic religions. And I'm not really going to talk about like the origin of these religions. I'm just doing a quick breakdown of what they've done in regards to us and how it relates to the evil acts they've committed against us and our people. You know what I'm saying? So I'll gloss over some things, but we're going to learn. We're going to learn today in the great words. So the reason that they call Abrahamic religions is because all three of them basically believe in Abraham. Like, if you go look at all of these religions, Islam, Christianity, Judaism, they have a very similar belief about everything. It's just tweaked. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Christians really believe in Jesus, and fucking Muslims really believe in Muhammad, but it's all the same like concept, and it's all the same main story that it's coming from. But basically, Abraham apparently had two kids, or two of his kids were Isaac and Ishmael. And people who went on to become Jews kind of more fall on the Isaac side. Like, they believe him. And the Islams, they believe in Ishmael. Christianity, we know that is like an offshoot of Judaism. So that one is a lot more close, like in relation to Jewish, but it is different. It is its own thing as well. Like, yeah, you guys all know Jesus was apparently a Jew. You know what I mean? According to they shit. Another similarity between these religions is that they're all monotheistic. They all believe in one God, a singular God, an all-powerful God. And, that's something that differed greatly from our original beliefs and the things we held sacred. Everything pretty much had a God. It's not that we worshipped all these different gods, but we saw the God force in everything, which is what it is. That's what it truly is. It's the universe. It's not a a old man sitting in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these Abrahamic religions are basically flipping that on you, like that God told you that this is okay. Like he made it this way for blacks to be behind and for y'all to be like second class citizens to other people. That shit's put in these books. And so like if a white person believes that shit, okay, because the nigga's probably racist and shit, you know what I mean? Came up like that, but like, why are we subscribing to those religions? That's that self-hate shit, that subconscious self-hate shit that this society implements and programs into our brain. Look, you don't even know it. And you say, well, how do these religions teach you to hate yourself or teach us to hate ourselves? All right, I'll tell you right now. And let's start with Judaism, since that is probably what people are going to say was the first one or whatever, right? Even though niggas in Egypt was doing shit way before this, and you know what I'm saying? We'll just go with Judaism, right? Judaism is basically just a big, evil, secret society. That's all that shit is. Like, they have their closest roots in what we would call the Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? Go look up a Jewish rabbi. Go look up what they be teaching and what they be saying. They literally believe that only their people deserve anything. Like, that anyone who's not a Jew deserves to be a slave, should be looked down on, and that, you know what I mean, they can't even interact with Jews. Jewish people are just too good. You know what I'm saying? And you've probably heard like the whole Ham story. You know what I mean? They basically telling you that God cursed you and said all your children will be born black. So that subconsciously you could convince yourself that this is all happening for a reason, because God ordained it to be that way. When that's not true. You just got asshole white people trying to fuck us over. That's all that's going on. Okay? And going on, like I said, they justified slavery. Their symbols are all satanic symbols. They're all demonic symbols. Star David, we know that the 5-point star is evil. Like, we know that traces back to Baphomet. We know this already. So you're not going to tell me that they just happen to fucking get their own shit and was like, I'm going to switch it and make it good, when they knew what it meant. You know what I'm saying? Hitler, like a lot of people, you know, obviously we don't like Hitler, but these are the people he was fighting. People who he felt at the time were fucking over his people. So while his means and the way he went about it, I don't really agree with, I don't feel bad about that shit. The Holocaust was used to promote Jews to Israel, to give them that place. You see what I'm saying? To create this public sympathy for them. Now that shit, that's terrible. Concentration camps are terrible, but it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. You know what I'm saying? These niggas follow the Torah because they telling you that shit's too raw. They know what the truth is. It's time. Isn't it time you knew what the truth is? But we're going to move on now. Let's go to Islam. Let's go to Muslims, because there's a lot of black Muslims, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the one y'all like. Y'all like that one, right? Muslim. That one's supposedly for you. You know, you got Farrakhan. You got the Nation of Islam. You got Elijah Muhammad. You got Malcolm X. You know what I mean? And all those niggas, you know, well, except for Malcolm X, but all those niggas before him was pedophiles, were sellouts, and were evil. They were evil. Did you know that Muslims, well, I guess I should say, like, you know, where it comes from a little bit. Like, y'all know that's Arabs. That's the Middle East. That's, you know what I mean? That area. And they were our first enslavers. I posted this today on my Facebook. You can go look into that. Arabs enslaved Africans way before white people. Way before the Europeans came and the Caucasians came and did anything. It was the Muslims doing it. It was the Arabs doing it. And the Arabs taught the Caucasians how to do that shit. You see, they got the same evil star on their shit with the moon and whatever. Like all those are demonic symbols. Like at this point, if you don't know that, you just need to read something. Like read something, motherfucker. All you want to do is be on fucking video games and fucking social media and TikTok. Are you serious? And whatever. They're basically traitors, is what the Muslims are. Because they were melanated people. They came from us, you know what I'm saying? They're not white, but they're basically traitors. They sold us out and was like, nah, we're going to have these niggas just be slaves. You know what I'm saying? And taught us to do all this shit. That's why it's so old. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they call black people morenos in Spanish. Because the Moors were just black niggas that fucking, well, really weren't even black, but they were fucking Arabs. But there's a lot of cultural mixing that goes on after a certain amount of time. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep it moving. We go to pedophiles in Christianity. That's the big one, because y'all niggas love that one too. But yeah, Christianity is nothing but pedophiles. And they're probably the most evil out of all of them. No bullshit. Christians use the Bible to enslave mankind. And they didn't even just stop with black people. They started doing that with everybody, nigga. They started doing that to their own people. You can go back as far as the Crusades to see how many lives were taken in the name of the Bible. Like, if Christianity is supposed to be about peace and all this shit, why do they kill so many people? Why do they rape so many kids? Why does the Pope rape so many kids? And I guess let's just say, Christianity also broke into, like, Roman Catholic and, Orthodox, whatever. But, like, this main Christianity, we know what we're talking about. We know what we're talking about. And it's crazy, like, it's fucked up, bro, the shit that they doing. And we let that shit happen. And we just fucking subscribe to the religion. The Bible is just stolen shit. Well, it all of this, all the books are. You know what I mean? The Quran, the Torah, the Holy Bible. But the Christian religion is just stolen shit, reworked to fit their agenda. And the place they stole it from is Egypt. Or just Africa in general, but Egypt. Let's call it like it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, why does the KKK believe in that shit? The KKK is Christian. That's a religious organization in 2020. And they've been your enemy since their inception. That like the KKK consider themselves like the Knights Templar, the modern day Knights Templar. And the Knights Templar were the fucking people in I'd like, what was that, like the fucking 1200s? When they fucking killed mad people just so to make them turn into Christian, or because they wouldn't turn into Christian. That's basically what the KKK does now. So the KKK and black people can't have the same God. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way. There's no way we're believing in the same God here. And it's like, let's say these religions were real. I don't say which one, but like any of the Abrahamic, because they're all basically the same fucking thing. Let's just say it was real. Does this God favor you? Has this God helped you out? Has this God done anything for you but put you through misery? That's a tough one, right? So that's always the question, is why would God do this? Why would God why God let slavery happen? And still, why God let police shoot niggas in the street? For nothing. God don't give a fuck about you. God don't give a fuck about me. That's their God. And he's really Satan. But that's another one. That's something for another day. You know what I'm saying? If you truly believe these religions, like if you're a black dude, a Hispanic dude, because us Tainos, we very much brainwashed by Christianity and all that shit. You gotta think, bro, they pillaged entire civilizations in the name of that Bible, in the name of that book, in the name of religion, in the name of God. Before I even say that, there was a Taino that he was getting burnt for revolting, for rebelling, and they gave him last chance to be like, yo, like, give yourself to God or whatever, and you'll be forgiven. And this dude said, if there's Europeans in heaven, send me to hell. And that's boom, nigga, that's facts. Why would you want to be with evil people? And it's not all of them. It's like, I'm not going to keep saying all white people is not evil. But the ones who are doing this are. The ones who are promoting this are. They know exactly what's happening. So what I was going to say, if you're black, if you're Spanish, if you're any type of melanated being, and you truly believe in Christianity, or you're a devoted Muslim, or you one of the black Jews or something, what they call those, like the black Hebrews or whatever. If you truly believe all this stuff, go tell your brothers to stop the evil. Go tell your brothers to stop what they're doing. You can't. Go, if you Muslim, go to the Middle East right now, where women and children are being taken out of Ghana and the Arab slave trade is still going on. Go over there and tell your Muslim brothers to stop, to not do that. Because that's our people. You can't do that. You know what happens if you go do that? They're going to kill your ass. Because they don't give a fuck about you. They're going to laugh at you. They laugh at you for being a Muslim. They think you're foolish for that. They consider you a fool. Now, in your face, they're going to smile and yeah. But behind your back, they laughing at us for subscribing to these religions. If you are a deep believer in Christianity, go tell the Pope to stop raping all them kids. Go tell the niggas in Rome and everywhere in Spain, go tell them to stop raping all these kids. You can't do that. Especially if you're black. You probably can't even go over there. We gotta fight, man. Like, the reason you guys get upset about this is because it's an inconvenient truth. You don't want to hear this shit. This truth hurts right here. And the reason that's why you get mad, because now you have to do something. You know what I'm saying? We can be ignorant. We can not know what's really going on. We can have our history stolen from us. Whatever. But now that I'm telling you the truth, you have to do something. And you don't want to. You don't want to do nothing. You don't want to go tell your grandparents that their religion is wrong. You don't want to tell your parents that their God is not real. You don't want to do that. That's too hard. That's too inconvenient for you. That makes you too uncomfortable. You don't even want to admit to yourself that the religion is an evil lie. Because you don't want to believe that you were tricked. You can't fathom that you would let something like that happen to you. But you did. You did. And it's all right. It's all right. It's the same reason, like, I was arguing with someone on Facebook about this. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to down talk her because she is a queen. You know what I mean? But she's like, well, why are you still staying in the country you stay in? Why are you still doing all these things if it's just evil from our colonizers? And I'm like, are you serious? Why am I? Because this is our land. This is, I can tell you, niggas don't know shit. Y'all niggas just say anything. Y'all just say whatever you heard someone else say. Yeah, that's the plan, is to go back to all our homelands and get our people back. But this is our homeland too. We was here before anybody. We're gonna just leave this behind to the Caucasians? Hell no. Y'all don't deserve shit. That's the later part of the plan, is to go back and find our people. We're just not there yet. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Why are we speaking English? Because we were colonized. Because a white person came and raped your ancestors and forced any survivors to take on his shit. That's the only reason you today know any about this. So don't willingly support it, knowing that. Feel me? Change your ways. Don't be like, oh, well, fuck it. It is what it is. No. It is what it is, but it ain't what it ain't. Y'all niggas is bugging, man. Y'all niggas is bugging. I don't give a fuck about no Christian, no Jewish, no Muslim. Like, to each his own. I get that. That's what I said at the beginning. To each his own. But I'm not subscribing to no God that told me I'm gonna be a slave and that it was okay for niggas to make me a slave. I'm not. No. The Bible was written by a man. I don't know what else to tell y'all. Like, everybody's gonna sit there like, oh, I know. So why you still fucking with this shit? Like, and I'm not trying to get tough over the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if anybody has a problem with what I'm saying, if you don't like what I'm saying, you know where you can find me. You know where I'm at. I'm right here in H Block. And I'm not a gangbanger. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to sound tough through a microphone. You know what I'm saying? I'm skinny. I'm like barely 150, 160. You know what I'm saying? And I got glasses. But I will slap any of you niggas come up on me. Don't come for me. I'll slap the Jesus out of niggas. I'll slap the religion out of niggas. On dogs. Oh man. So what have we learned here today? We learned that the Abrahamic religions, which consist of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, are all evil because they were created by evil people who wanted to use your original teachings against you. So they reworded it and gave it new symbols and new meaning even. Niggas talk about me like, so why you believe in astrology and shit? Why you believe in all, like, you ain't Greek, you ain't, yeah, I know. But shows how much you know, asshole. Did you know that astrology really comes from Egypt? Pisces is Isis, or originally Ost. Now I know, but everybody's like, what? Yes, it all why would the fucking dates and everything still match up? The characteristics of each zodiac. The Egyptians knew the stars. They knew the sky. Now, they might have had a different symbol ordained to it, that then the white man came and was like, nah, I want it to mean this for this reason. Do your own research, man. Study your history. Study the crimes of history. See who they were committed by. And don't be a fucking dumbass in 2020 that still supports your master's shit. And then now y'all niggas will really fucking defend your master's shit. Like a good ass fucking slave. Like, come on, man. Miss me with all that. Miss me with all that. I thank y'all for watching this episode. Hopefully you learned something. Let me know any thoughts you have. Let me know. I'm here to hear it. On dogs. And I'm not afraid to take any heat. The truth resides in me. And the truth will set all of us free.